In today's session, we'll discuss about the iteration or looping statements. So iteration or looping statements in a sense, continuously some statements has to be executed for some number of times as per the requirement. In that particular case, we are going to be use this looping statements. So here we have two types of looping statements. We have two types of looping statements. So one is conditional looping. Sorry, entry control looping. Entry control loops, and the other one is exit control loop. So here for loop, while loop will come entry control loop, whereas do while loop will comes under exit control loop. What is meant by entry control loop? What is meant by exit control loop? We'll see. Entry control loop, in a sense, first it is going to be checked with the condition. If the condition is true, then only the body of the loop is going to be get executed. Without checking the body of the loop, it will not execute the body of the loop. First, it will check the condition. Once if the condition is true, then the body of the loop is going to be get executed. For loop and while loop, it is going to be checked with the condition. If the condition is true, then only the body of the loop is going to be executed. But whereas do while loop is not like that. Without checking any condition, first it is going to be execute the body of the loop, and then it is going to be check with a condition. If the condition is true, one more time it is going to be get executed. So simply we can say after executing the body, then it is going to be check with the condition. Once after executing the body, it is going to be check with the condition. First, we'll discuss the syntax of for loop. First, we'll discuss the syntax of for loop. So whatever may be the looping statement, either for loop, while loop, do while loop, it should have the things like initialization, condition, updation. Updation in a sense, it is going to be change the variable value. It is going to be change the variable value. Now, the place where we are going to be use that three will be different as per the loop what we are using. If it is a for loop, we'll be having initialization, semicolon, condition we are going to be right here, semicolon, then updation, either increment or decrement or something like updating the value. It is going to be changes the variable value, either increment or decrement, either increment or decrement, something will be happen. Here we are going to be write the body of loop. As we discussed in the if statements, if else and all, if we want to execute a single statement, we may represent within the block or not, that is up to our wish. We may or we may not represent within the block, it is going to be get executed. More than one statement has to be executed if once the condition is true in a sense. Definitely we need to enclose those statements as a block within open and closed braces. We need to represent it, so that we will see how it is going to be perform the functioning of for loop. We'll discuss now. For loop initialization, after initializing the values, it is going to be check with the condition. It will check with the condition. If the condition is true, then it is going to be execute the body of the loop. Then again, it is going to be update the value. it is going to be checks with the condition, then it is going to be execute the body of the loop if the condition is true. This process is going to be repeats until the condition will be false. This process will repeats until the condition is false. So once the condition is false, then it is going to be get terminated. Once the condition is false, it is going to be get terminated. So that is the for loop. While loop, how it is having the syntax we'll see. So here also, if you observe, first we are going to be check with the condition. If the condition is true, then only it is going to be enter into the body of the loop. If the condition is false, it will not execute the body of the loop. If the condition is false, it will not execute the body of the loop. So that is what we are going to be considered as an entry control loop. First, it is going to be checked with the condition. If the condition is false, it will not execute the body. Only it is going to be execute the body of the loop if the condition is true. So while loop we'll discuss. So here also we'll be having initialization, condition, updation. So the place where we are using those things will be different. So first we'll be having here initialization, while, condition, in the body, in the body. So here we're going to represent body of the loop. What logic we need to perform? There itself we need to perform the updation. There itself we need to perform updation. How this is going to be work, we'll see now. First initialization, then it is going to be checked with the condition. If the condition is true, then it is going to be execute the body of the loop, and the variable value is going to be get updated. Then again it is going to be checked with the condition. Again it is going to be checked with the condition. If it is true, the body of the loop is going to be get executed. It is going to be update the value. This process will be happen. This process will be happen. Once the condition is false, it is going to be get terminated. That is, the condition is false, it will not execute the body of the loop. This also we can consider as entry control loop, because first we are going to be check with the condition. If the condition is true, then only the body of the loop is going to be get executed. Condition is true, then only the body of the loop is going to get executed. If the condition is false, it will not execute the body of the loop. Next.
Went out, sir.
Now, next do while loop is not like that. First, it is not going to be checked with the condition. First, it is going to be execute the body of the loop. Later, it is going to be checked with the condition. So first, we'll be having initialization, do. Directly, it is having the body. Body of the loop. Here it is going to be update the updation will be happen. At last, we need to write here while condition. See, after writing while condition, we need to write the semicolon or here. Why we need to write the semicolon? See, for loop and while loop, we are not terminating the loop here with the semicolon, but we are starting to write the body of this particular while loop or for loop Because of that only, we no need to write semicolon. But whereas here, do while loop, the while is going to be terminate here. Because of that only, we need to mention with semicolon. We need to mention with semicolon. See how this is going to be work here. Initialization, and then it will directly enter into the do while loop. It is going to be start executing this body of the loop, and it is going to be perform the updation. After updating the variable value, will be checking with the condition. If the condition is true, one more time, the body of the do while loop is going to be get executed. Body of the do while loop is going to be get executed. So main difference between while loop and do while loop is while loop initially the condition is true. How many number of times the body of the loop is going to be executed is sorry. Uh, if we are using while loop, initially the condition is false. How many number of times the body of the loop is going to be executed is zero. Zero. If suppose if you are using do while loop, initially the condition is false. How many number of times the body of the do while is going to be executed is one time, because initially it is not going to be checked with the condition. First, it is going to be execute the body of the loop by default directly, and later it is going to be checked with the condition whether it is true or false. Already one time it got executed. I think it is clear about the difference between while loop and do while. Difference between while loop and do while loop. See, initially condition is false. How many number of times? Zero. But how many number of times? The body of while loop. But or whereas initially condition is false. How many number of times the body of do while will execute is one time. Body of the do while will execute is one time. So we'll see the examples of this. I've taken the class. See, without giving the values dynamically, I'll be giving the example. Int I for loop I is 0. We have initialized the value of I with the 0. I less than 5 I have given here, I plus plus, that is I increment. Just I'm going to be print the value of I. After printing this value, I would like to give some space. In the same line, I need to print the values, but not in the next line. So I have removed ln in the print statement, and just I have provided the space after printing one value space. Again, after printing one value space, like that. Now, how this is going to be works, we'll see. I value is given as 0. I value is given as 0. 0 less than 5, the condition is true. Once the condition is true, then it is going to be execute the body. So what we have written as a body of the for loop is just to print the value of I. Nothing more than that. Just to print the value of I. So it is going to be print the value of I, and it is going to be give the space what we have given here. It is going to give the space what we have given here, and it is going to be increment the value by 1. I value is going to be increment by 1. Now it will becomes here as I value 1. 1 less than 5, then again the condition is true. The condition is true in a sense, then again the body of the loop is going to be get executed. Already we have the output as 1 some 0 some space, and here the value is going to be get incremented. Now it become as 1, it is going to be print. So like this the loop is going to be repeated until the condition will be false. Say 0 1 2 3 4. So when the I value become as 5, 5 less than 5, the condition is false. Because of that, it is going to be get terminated without executing the body. If I am writing here less than or equal to, and if I am initializing the value from 1, so here it is going to be get 1 2 3 4 5. It is going to be give the values. Same logic we can able to perform by using while. So here also I'll be declaring the variable. Along with the declaration, I need to have initialization, because first we need to have initialization as per the syntax of while loop. Now, while I less than or equal to 5, the condition I have given. I less than or equal to 5, the condition I have given. Here, first I'm going to be print the value of I. I would like to print I value in one line, next I value in the second line, like that. So I'm not using spaces or anything, just in a sequence of line I would like to get. If I'm writing like this, now the loop is going to be executed for infinite number of times. The loop is going to be executed infinite number of times because I value is 1. 1 less than or equal to 5, the condition will be true here. 1 less than or equal to 5, the condition is true here. Because of that, it is going to be print print the body. Then again it is going to be repeat the loop execution. Will be having the same value, it is going to be repeat the execution. There is no termination for this loop. If I'm giving the value or the variable updation like this, I increment or decrement or I updation, I value is equals to I is equals to I plus 2, I plus 3, something. As per the requirement, we are going to be perform the updation of value. Now it is going to be becomes somewhere the condition is false, then it is going to be get terminated. Then it is going to be get terminated. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the new lines, we are going to be get the output. Now, see, previously, now we have discussed like if I'm not updating the value of a variable, it is going to be repeat the loop infinite number of times. Based on the value what we are providing, also it may be execute. I mean, based on the updation, also it is going to be execute infinite number of times. That possibility is also available. We'll see the examples in coming sessions. Now we have discussed example of for loop and as well as while loop. The same thing I would like to show with the help of do while. So I value have taken as, so we need to initialize the value. I'll be taken as 0. So 2 while, and we'll be writing the condition. So here first we are going to be print the value of I. So then here itself we need to increment the value. Here itself we need to increment the value. So here I'm writing the condition I less than or equal to 5. See, this is going to be execute. It is going to be print the value. It is going to be print the value like this. We'll see to print the multiplication table, we'll write the program. Table. Just I want to display like how we are going to be write. If I'm taking the input value as 5, 5 into 1 is equal to 5, next line 5 into 2 is equals to 10. Like that, I need to display the table. So for that, first I need to print, or I need to accept the input from the user, which number we need to take. Scanner class. I'll be accepting int n. Now enter a number to display multiplication table. So now for loop we are going to be use. I would like to print the multiplication table from 1 to 10. 1 to 10. So I is the variable I'm using here. So because of that, I'll be displaying. So before using this for loop, I need to accept this n value. So with the help of integer, it is going to be read, and I need the for loop for repeating from 1 to 10. I is 1, I less than or equal to 10. So because I want to display the multiplication table till 10 only, so I increment. So just I want to print, I want to print 5 into 1 is equals to 5. The sample I'll write here, 5 into 1 equal to 5. Next line, 5 into 2 equal to 10. So like this, we need to print till 5 tens are 50. So 5 is the number what we have taken actually, that number. Then we want to display the into as it is, we are going to be displayed here. As it is, we have displayed here. Then I value, then equal to, we need to display as it is. Then here n into I. See, if I'm printing this 5, we'll be getting the output here. 5 into 1 is 5, 5 2s are 10. Like this, we are going to be get the value. So till 5 tens are 50, we are going to get the value. So like this, first we need to think about the logic. So in which way we want to implement that logic. That is important. So the same implementation logic we need to think as per that logic, what the variables we required, we are going to be declare it as the data type required for us, and then we are going to be implement it.